Uh, Good evening and good morning, everyone. So we have the pleasure of inviting Professor Mohan Sharma Mohan for this today's CRE talk. He's going to speak about his journey from entomology to entrepreneurship. He has been a very passionate researcher, come facilitator, and also who has done technology transfer to companies and promoting entrepreneurial ventures. Uh, it will be a very useful talk for all of us. And also, he has been involved in bringing about changes in the rural agricultural schooling system as well, where his contributions have helped people to move into BSc agriculture and take up other kinds of roles by introducing more practice component into agriculture education. So that's another avenue he has been involved in. He has been associated with TNAU for a long time, that is Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. Now he has retired, but he has been passionately pursuing his focus on reducing the wastage of stored grains, which is a real challenge in countries like India. And especially if you look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals, poverty and hunger, these are very closely related to the goals that he is trying to pursue. With that quick introduction, let me invite Professor Mohan Sharma to share his presentation and share his experience through that. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for nice introduction. I will go straight away to the presentation. So let me start, sir. It's fine.
Yeah.
So as my topic says, stored grain. So the stored grain insects is a beautiful subject. It's not beautiful because that I am specialized in this, but there are three reasons for that. We store grain at home, farmers store grain at farm, warehouses store in bins or stacks, and the processes, many of the world leading processes now for grain processing, they do storage. So my clients are more. That is why I say it is a beautiful science. Whenever we do some innovation in this field, we have a lot of clients. Every house is our client household, small containers. And so that is why this science is beautiful, and I am able to progress because of this character of this science. So everywhere grains are there. Similarly, as I said, grains are there means insects is there. So these stored product insects, they are internal feeders. They damage the grain from internally, from externally, and losses varies. So it is 0.5 in estimated in India. It varies. But insects are present everywhere. We should not say it should not be in the northern hemisphere or that hemisphere, because it comes after the time is good for them. It rests during the abnormal season and comes out as adults, as a larvae, as pupae from the resting stage. So insects are there everywhere across the world. So this is a very important message for all. So don't say we don't have insect in my house. Nobody should say like that. If anybody says, please correct them after listening this lecture, because these insects, eggs will be there in your commodity. Eggs takes about 10 days, and it takes about larvae. But to become adults, it takes 40 days. So before 40 days, generally at home, where we go for small quantity, we consume along with the larvae, etc. So insects will be there. Check it, keep it 40 days, and then see there will be insects in you. So insects are there everywhere. So do not worry. And I am going to tell some of the beautiful measures for that, very simple technologies for that. One important point, no granaries can be filled with grain without insect, especially in countries developing tropical countries. And this is the same rule with temperate countries also. During winter, we may not have, because of very cold in Northern America, we may not face this problem. But as soon as summer sets in, a lot of insects emerge and fly. They are very good flyers. They are very good flyers. They fly even several kilometers and infest the grains in other areas. And they cross infest. So from field, they go to the warehouses, etc. So it is a unique feature of this insect. So they fly, they move here and there, etc., and cause heavy damage. So no granaries can be filled with grain without insect. And this should be the rule for all. So we should view this subject from this. So there is insects. So what to do for this? Now what you are seeing is almost a dozen simple gadgets. As my topic says, monitoring and management. So these stored product insects, you cannot see all of a sudden in large numbers. They are seen only in few numbers at the beginning. And if they go unnoticed, within 4 months, your entire lot will be lost. So here comes the importance of monitoring the insect presence. We have to monitor the insect presence when they are in the early stage, and then we have to take control measure. Next comes the monitoring and manage. Control, we have to control. We cannot allow one insect or two insects to breathe in our commodities, storage commodities, but it will multiply. So monitoring and management. So this monitoring always goes with monitoring devices. This is very important. Simple devices to monitor the insects. All these devices, you see, our basic principle is insect behavior. These insects do not remain in one place. They wander, they move here and there. They love air. That is very important. They love air. Whenever there is aerated portion, they move towards air and enter cracks and crevices and then escape. So these basic principles of the insects are exploited in developing these models. I am very happy to say that Canadians were the first to develop this simple gadget in 1967. I was very fortunate to visit Canada twice in my life. And in 1983, when I started working in Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, I was very happy at that time to read the papers of Canadian scientists, and I developed my own models, and later on technology development, newer technology, invention, all built. This is my, from 1990s, inventions, everything came up to 2018 when I retired. All these gadgets are developed during my 35 years of service. Now what I am going to discuss is technology commercialized. This is very, very, very important. Publication is very important. Popularization is very important. Public utility is most important for any innovation. So for that, we should get our product commercialized. So I am going to tell the commercialized products which are currently used not only in India, but many countries. So that will be, that way I am sequencing my presentation. This is my first technology. You see, it is a probe trap. It is a probe. It is nothing but a probe. It has perforations and a collection device at the bottom. As I said, if we keep this in the grain bin, it is a very good aerated place. Insects wander here and there. They move towards the aeration. So they enter cracks. The perforation resembles the cracks under natural condition. They enter the perforation and then they are slender insects. So they get slip and fall. So this is the simple model I developed in 1990s and released in 1993. Though I am not an inventor for this, I developed this technology to suit our country based on the principles of Dr. Roshavo, who developed the first model in 1967. And this model is best for household use. So now I have a big end users household. Every house should have this model. So this is good for household use. Because wherein we don't have any methodology. We can sun drying, we cannot do rice. Some of the commodity we cannot do sun drying. That will affect the cooking quality. So for small containers, half foot, and for bigger container, we have 1 foot. So this half foot and 1 foot model are all commercially available. So this is my first product. Though I developed this 1993, and Tamil Nadu government, my government named this as Mohan trap, gave some money for commercialization. It didn't pick up. Only in 2000, the first entrepreneur entered. This is the beauty. First entrepreneur entered in my life, my journey, and that is the result you are seeing is impact on the society. He came in search of a product. I explained him, and he started manufacturing. And on today, 0.5 million users are there in many parts of the world. India, a major user. And we have Ethiopia, Rwanda, Nigeria, Turkey, Egypt, France. France, of course, you know, a developed nation. French companies import these 1 foot probe traps in large numbers. So a very good market we have. And we are able to supply this innovation at a fair price, good price. Make in India, made for India, made for the world too. So this is my my government motto. Still, I fulfill that. And made for the world, best price, $2. Nowhere in the world you will get for such a good price, good quality product, food grade quality stainless steel product.
So
that is why
Indian price will be about 150 rupees. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, 150 rupees per unit. Okay. And for foreign, many foreign inquiries we have now, we give for $2. And bigger one, we go for $3. So that we have good market, international market too. And 150 rupees in India we sell. And our entrepreneurs sell, and it's moving daily. And our target is 1 million in another 2 to 3 months. I am back in India now with full zeal after my stay in the United States. Now my 2 months period, I have just made a target. I should reach 1 million probe traps, which is the basic unit of stored grain insect monitoring. So this should be the basic unit. Every house should have this model so that they are able to remove it, detect early and remove it. We are not only detection, we are removing at small scale. So this is best for only household use. And another important thing is whenever you purchase grains, you should start using this. Don't allow your commodity with full of insects and then put this trap and blame me. Because once that instinct is lost, that instinct, that is movement, everything will be lost when the population build-up grows. So you will not get trapping, but the insect will play on my trap externally. You should not blame me. So the condition is that to purchase rice in small containers, dal in small containers, put a probe and then keep. So India market is very excellent market in India. And we have a major place of marketing is, you can see the public exhibition. Very important. Innovators should be an exhibition specialist. It's not just like innovation and put it in publication and that. It's not that. Public exhibition, we found that best 80% of the sales we made only through public exhibition. You see a good big crowd in public exhibition. Generally, we get this type of a good crowd in that food shops or in ladies' bangles shops in our, especially in all public exhibition. But this is the first time in 2000 we could see a huge number of people coming and asking what is that. though it is not a big innovation at that time. It's only a modified version of it. So that was, you see the another slide, how much is rush is that. So it's very important is technology transfer methods are very important. Innovation does not stop with the invention alone. We have to work hard, find the methodology wherein we can take the innovation. Another important. Next important is see, Northeast, etc. In India, Northeast zone is, of course, everybody knows about Northeast. They made inbuilt probes in inbuilt bins. So bin, they fixed the probes and made as a insect removal bin. So they put 2 or 3 in a container and fixed it, and they acted as a bin mass removal of insects. That around 50 to 100 kg capacity, about 5,000 farmers for paddy seed storage were given by the government. That was excellent. Only one attempt after that, I couldn't get any such orders from the government. But it is a good idea.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking is that, a lot of rice comes to the US, and here, even in the US, we find insects. I mean, I find insects in them, right? So you could package one of these things with the rice bag to the customer so that they have this and they can reuse it.
Yes, correct. We are trying for first. I will come to that, sir. Very important.
Yeah, later. Yeah, please go ahead with your talk.
Yes, I have a very good discussion. The last time presented tell that. What is the impact now? We are with other trading grains, etc. Okay, and kindling the scientific temper of school children, as Dr. Sudhi pointed out. Excellent. Students are great as innovators. Because Gandhi said, if you want to teach, you want to peace means first teach to the school children. Then only it will materialize. They are the best carrier of information from school to home and then to nation or state, etc. So some of school students in Tamil Nadu, they took these and made these traps in throwaway water, drinking water bottles, and they won the national award, and even in WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, motivational award students have won. So this is another point which helped me a lot. So when I started, I didn't think of that, but there is a way shown by, I think, always by God, the way that is the students making their own traps, no cost trap. They named it no cost trap, like that, and they were getting into exhibitions and the demonstration. That is another important point. Again, you can see the probe trap users. That is a mapping, at different parts of our India. People are using it. As I said, 0.5 million. My target is 1 million. I hope I will achieve it in another 2 to 3 months. I will achieve that. I have to do a lot of exercise for this, and I will do that. This is a simple presentation of that. The next technology 2. This is a UV ultraviolet light trap, 280 to 320, around 300 nanometers. This is not an invention, but the first practical studies were carried out by me in 1995. And then we found a lot of insects. Control from monitoring to management, mass trapping. So 3 major insects like lead floor beetle tribodium. These people are always see in the house, red color beetles. And in spices, we get some beetle. That beetles also, such a cigarette beetle, we call it as Residual. And another wheat, we get Rhizobertha insect, lesser grain borer. These 3 insects can be mass trapped in this UV light. I did the first investigation in India, Indian warehouses in 93, 95. And I am very happy the Tamil Nadu government supported this innovation, and there were a lot of inquiries. We could move forward with many of the warehouses. As you all know that nowadays these UV tubes, they are delicate and a lot of problem we faced with UV tubes. Now we have introduced LED, same technology, around 300 to 400 nanometers. It works very well. Battery operated, 6 hours we can run. So it is easy portable. Any warehouse, even there is no electricity, especially in India, they can carry it and mass trap these insects. So this is now picking up very well because a lot of problem faced in the tubes, Philip tubes, the breakage, etc. So now we have introduced this technology with LED, and almost we have crossed 1,000 units. It is very less, but one by one only we have to. All warehouses we are making aware. Every warehouse should have one. This one godown should have one. This does not cost so much. Around 300 and 3,500 rupees only maximum. We can even get it for 3,000 rupees per unit, and it is excellent for mouse trapping. Mouse trap means control of insects in warehouses. This is very important. As I said, UV light trap users. You see, in 1993, I am standing by the side of the minister who released the technology, and my vice chancellor are there. Still, they release it and then go. It is the responsibility of the innovator. From 1995, traveled. Of course, there is a slow progress. Unlike probe traps, the progress is very slow. Still, we hope it is a very good technology, commercially viable, commercially being used by the warehouses. This is my technology 2. Then is the another beautiful technology. This I got patent 2012, like that in there. Actually, India, the major storage is stack storage. Bags are arranged in stacks, and insects move between stacks, between bags in a stack, and between stacks also. So across the world, there are detection by pheromones, that is sex attractants. Pheromone traps, it has to come only from UK or USA. Cost is more, very difficult to get very good pheromones. So what I thought, we should give some technology without bait. This is very important. Without bait, and it should be very easy to use. So I developed this simply. It is nothing but a big rod, slightly inclined, perforation only on the top. So just insert in the interspace between the bags in a stack, leave it. The insects definitely are evening hour, they will come and move out. They enter the holes and get trapped in the collection point. Very simple device, and I'm very happy. This has received attention from, especially from great cold storage organization in India. That means cold storage also we get insights. And this is an ideal to monitor in cold storage. So it is both plastic version is available. Plastic version costs about 200 rupees only. Stainless steel about 800 rupees. And I am in search of now some software specialist, because if you introduce the stacks, stack trap in different stacks in a warehouse and connect with all the available softwares, etc., and the manager sitting in the front gate should see through this computer that which stack is infestation is there, so that he can attend to the stack. That way I'm searching people from the software industry. So we need some people. So once I get them, and this I can give a model for warehouses. Introduce the stack probe in different bag stacks of your warehouse, and then monitor from by sitting in a corner, as we do for many software technologies. I am in search, but still people are coming and then going. Still, it is also going on. This is my next. If anybody is there, a specialist on this line, because we have to detect using the electronic detector, and then it has to pass the information to the system. And then sitting in the headquarters, he should see which stack is infested, where stack is infestation begins, so that he can take measures. So that I am waiting. Hope somebody can help me in finding people. I cannot fund it, but I can freely give my knowledge for that project. We are not that much big company to fund. Still it is information I am placing it before this great house. So you see, I am with always this lone man, like walking with a stick, fighting battle with the stored grain insect through non-chemical way. So always I used to tell our Gandhi, that is statement, Mahatma Gandhi film, a lone man walking with a bamboo shaft, fighting battle with the British. Like that, I am fighting battle with stored grain insects. And we got good market. Guppa Gold Storage in Secunderabad, in Hyderabad. It's very good. And Myco Monsanto of every Maharashtra hybrid seeds. And many companies are using these models for monitoring the insects in stacks. Then this is an interesting, I will take some more time. This is a machine to remove insects. Remove live insect, remove dead insect, remove eggs, remove larvae, remove other stages, and give your grains completely insect free through non-chemical method. This I invented in 2002. We could make it only in 2018. Commercial model, you see, 2018. Oh, a long journey. Only in 2018, I could catch hold of an entrepreneur. And the Corona also came. Still, we didn't lose hope. We worked hard. Corona is an advantage for us because for our machine, people started storing a lot of, consumption was very less at that time. So storage was more, lot of insects. All of a sudden, a lot of inquiries, phone call for me and my entrepreneur. We want that machine immediately. And we found they used it for removing all the insects and then sell the produce insect free. So that was our experience. And this machine works on the principles of, it is a tunnel. It is a tunnel through which grain passes through. And this tunnel is a perforated tunnel. And we have a shaft in that. And brushing goes on. And a spiral shaped brushes are arranged in a systematic way. And this impulse takes place without breaking the grain, without change in the texture of the grain, but cleaning all the insects. Even when the insects are internal, certain amount of damage is being caused to the insects which are seen internal, and they are not able to develop. So that is a great advantage. So it removes eggs, clean product you will get. And this is a breakthrough, international breakthrough. From monitoring to we have come to control. The capacity from half a ton, even 100 kilogram capacity per hour efficiency, 100 kilogram per hour to 2000 kg per hour. It is efficiency. Up to 2000 kg per hour, we can clean rice, wheat, dal, and we have developed recently for Makana also. Makana and split pulses, that is dal. Split pulses, this is the best available methods in the world. Where to use this? This is very important. This has to be fixed in the supply chain at the end, before baggage. Before you putting in the grains, the bags, you use this machine so that the consumers, even when they store properly, there will not be any insect till they consume it. But in the case of wheat, giants, floor giants, they are using this at the front as a front line of defense. We allow the wheat to pass through, and then it goes to the milling machine and the mills for wheat flour mills. So they use that, especially wheat flour mills, they use at the first stage. All giants, I don't want to mention the names because, I'm sorry, it is a political subject. That is why I am finding it very difficult to move this. This grain trade is a political subject, and nobody will say that there is insect in my commodity. So everybody say no insect, but there are a lot of clients for me every once in 2 days for this machine. So this is the matter. This is the only truth, not only with wheat trade between North America and other places. Also, many stories are there. So this is a political subject. People will not pass the technology. Even great giants who are using, I know all the list. But of course, to maintain some trade secret, we will not reveal those things. But it is only a matter of time when the entire India uses this. Definitely, there's no option, and people will come out and enjoy the machine effect to have a clean grain, insect-free grain through non-chemical. This is very important. Another important is that there are resistant insects even to fumigation. A lot of publications we make. Australians are the leaders. They will make a lot of publications. This has developed resistance for sulfurs, phosphine, all those things. But what is the solution? You have to give the solution. This is very important. Our machine is a beautiful solution. We can remove all the developed insects which developed resistance to the major fumigants available in the world, mainly phosphine. So that is the great advantage. That is the great advantage. Some say about the capacity of the machine. Yes, I cannot scale up this more than that. We are trying up for 4 ton per hour capacity. They should have 4 or 5 machines. So I don't have other options. We cannot. Another important thing I want to say, we had a good order from United States of America, California, but based on discussion, we are developing a 2-pass model, feedback research. So there will be 2 passes. The same machine which I described, it will pass 1 again 2 passes. So they want 100%. Even 1 pass is enough through the tunnel. Still, they want 2 passes. We are making that beautiful food grade 2 passes for some company in California, which, as our professor pointed out, a lot of grains come from India. And now what the company is planning, install here itself in India, auto machine, and clean that before loading it to the ship for USA. That is now we are discussing now. So that machine is not going to be shipped, and we are going to keep at the entrance where they want to ship. Before shipping, all will be treated in this, and that will be back. So this is a very good beginning. Again, another important thing. Now you see in innovation, engineering, that's all people add one by one. One company, they wanted a package fixed with this machine. So now we have fixed the package. So the grains get treated, they pass through the machine, and then to the bags 1 kg, 5 kg, 20 kg like that. So you'll get the bags. So that model also we are doing that. And we are around 100 machines we have sold so far. And our main clients, international clients, are UAE, Gulf area. That is, we have Oman, Qatar, Dubai, and Philippines, rice bowl of the world. Philippines, and now we are making our efforts to spread it to entire Southeast Asia, and hope this. You see the patent application number. After when my patent lapsed, that is became public. After 20 years, of course, everybody knows that it goes off. And after that, we incorporated the last 5 years feedback, and myself and my entrepreneur, I made my entrepreneur as an innovator. We both filed this patent. This machine is now with full capacity, technically more efficient, and covering more products. And recently we filed this, and this is the way second line I could develop. Second line is not a scientist. is my young entrepreneur, rice merchant. He is very young MCA graduate. Now he is now he is my second line. We both work together and innovate ideas for the machine based on the feedbacks for this machine across the world. It is a beautiful outcome now. Hope we will move forward. You see, as I said, entrepreneurship is very important. My journey, first entrepreneur came in 2001. He sold around 0.5 million traps, became a crorepati and left. Another person came in 2011. He became a lacquer and left. Another person came for Assam. He earned about 1 crore rupees and then left. Another person, Bhuvi Karisi, came and I don't know what happened to him. He paid all the money. I am searching him. He's not available. And why I say this? People will come, entrepreneur will come and go, but you have to be always alert. Hunt, we can say, I wish the word hunt for our entrepreneurs. Now, when I retired in 2018, Sri Vrinda Traders, we formed a company, Vrinda Traders, young entrepreneur. Now we are the world leaders, though 2 persons only. I am the innovator. He is the entrepreneur. Now he has become the innovator. We have 5 to 6 laborers, skilled laborers, and we use all the latest technologies, machine cutting, except all the latest technologies, and we develop this machine. So entrepreneurship is very important. Always we have to be very watchful about the entrepreneur. One goes, don't worry. Second will come, third will come, fourth will come, till I fulfill my vision of taking my innovation across the world. So my vision is that. So insect-free grain for consumers through non-chemical technology. This is my vision. I am moving on that. And you see about the international impact, of course, my students, excellent students from Nigeria, Rwanda, they come. Before they leave, they not only leave with the beautiful sweets, etc., available in Tamil Nadu, but they take my kit also, my crafts, and then teach when they go back. So that is very interesting. A professor in university can enjoy this benefit from the international student, especially from Rwanda. He is my best student. Is from Rwanda. He is now an agriculture officer there. And we are working the possibilities of technology transfer. You see, in Nigeria, Turkey people, I could send them for testing different parts of Africa. So this is all my activity, sponsoring some traps so that they try. So finally, you see world map for all my technologies. Up to France, we have gone, Thailand, and we have Philippines too. Qatar, Oman, Egypt, Ethiopia, Rwanda, all we have introduced. Maximum in India and Gulf region, we have very good market. As you know, insect multiplies in plenty because of the humid weather. So that is a very good market. Gulf region, hope we will have more machines in Gulf. And then France, we have traps, and we have to cross. I will do it. Definitely, I will do it because it requires a lot of extension work, and I am confident. I have to do for this nation innovation. I have to be. Another very important, interesting, as our mentioned, school education. When students made these traps in small plastic bottles, attention went to the government, and I didn't apply for all those things. I was appointed as chairman for agri schools, 2 terms, 4 years, to revamp and revitalize the agricultural school syllabus. It is my mother tongue, that is Tamil. And I worked with the school teachers, school children, and we have introduced this syllabus. And as Sudhir pointed out, we made this a comprehensive syllabus covering veterinary also. My government was very kind. Those who study this syllabus in the rural area, they will be given a 5% reservation in veterinary college besides agriculture. So as on date, I have produced through these very good syllabus, practical syllabus, around 200 veterinary doctors because of this work. So these are additional benefit given by God, so that in government side also, in student side also, school side also. So about 200 veterinary doctors are there who studied this syllabus and became that is all. Very important in life. This activity. So awards are very important. You all know without awards, nobody will generally. Recognitions are very important. This will help in product transfer, technology transfer. And I received 13 to 14 awards so far, international awards too, international organization awards, etc. And my central government, all those things, awards are very important. And Jawaharlal Nehru Award, Best Research. It's one of the wonderful award for agricultural scientists I received that. So these are very important, which boosted me to move forward. So that all only helps me now to work hard even now and keep my vision intact and mission intact. So I move. I said, it is motivate. I motivate, I get motivated when I present these seminars like in front of great people like you. And mobilize support. I mobilize support from you all on the farmers, end users through demonstrations. And move forward. Yeah, I have to move forward to fulfill my vision. The vision is, I said earlier, insect-free food grains for the consumers, not with insecticides, with this non-chemical technology. Hope the youngsters, the young scientists who are listening will make many more inventions on this line. And one day there will be a non-chemical methodology as a control used across the world. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to share my almost 40 years journey in a brief 30 to 35 presentation. I thank Dr. Sudhir mainly, and also the organizers, Subramanian sir and Shyam Sundar sir. Thank you very much. I am ready to answer questions from the audience.
Thank you, sir.
Professor
So
Sharma.
you can.
Thank you, Professor Sharma. It's a most informative and talk, and what you have done is wonderful, very encouraging. As you have already mentioned, the scale of this problem, even within India, is several orders of magnitude greater than the penetration of your technological innovations so far. And of course, worldwide, it's an even larger scope, perhaps 1,000 or 10,000 times larger. So my question is, or my question or suggestion, as you might think. First, there isn't going to be such a thing as insect-free grain. These or any other devices, whether they are chemical or mechanical or electrical devices, can only reduce the amount of insect infestation. Would it be useful to have numerical data collected from your experiments with these devices to state what is the percentage reduction in insect infestation of grain, various kinds of grain in various circumstances through each of these devices? Because the infestation, as you rightly pointed out, doesn't go down from 100% to 0%. It goes down to some X%. What is that X? And second, for the purpose of marketing these devices, it'll be nice to have some data. You may already have the data, which gives economic analysis of these devices. If a device costs 3,000 rupees, can a buyer of such a device be shown what, under various circumstances, what will be the value that the buyer of a 3,000 rupees device might gain in terms of reduce insect infestation if his value is 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 rupees from a $3,000 device, it'll be much easier to sell the device. Maybe you already have such data. Could you share the performance data of these devices, how effective they are, and economic data about the value that they add relative to the cost of devices? Thank you.
Great. Yes, sir. A very good question as well as suggestion, sir. Yes, for that first technology, which we have crossed about 0.5 million, we have a beautiful data for 20 years data analyzed on the efficiency of trap, cost benefit. Complete data is available. Publication is there, sir. I will send one set where we worked out how much quantity saved, what are the everything, sir. Complete analysis by the economist of my university. They have completely analyzed. They are published, and then that will give a very good.
Could you share some of that key figures with us for one or two of these devices, such as the machine, the 2 or 3 lakh rupees machine that removes all insects in the eggs and larvae, etc., through a mechanical brushing process. What is the value that the user of such a machine will get by spending 3 lakhs from it? And since you mentioned a 2-pass machine, that means 1 pass or even 2 passes are not going to remove 100%. So what are those numbers? Can you please share them with us? Thank you.
Yes, definitely. I will. I have the data. I will just pass on to that publication, sir, so that will be very useful, sir. Because for the machine, we have sold only around 100. We have limited observations on that. We are collecting more information for the efficiency of the machine in terms of all the parameters you told. That we are working. So soon we will do that. What are the advantage, what is the input cost, and what is the benefit is derived, everything we are working, sir. We want more numbers, until at least 200, 250 machines, and then impact. We want to do that. We are waiting for that, but probes, we have completely done that. For last 20 years data. So that is over. Next assignment is, as you said, machines. Machines, we are for the user machine, we are going to work out. That we will do, and then we'll share. It is a publication. We will share that. Immediately, I will share one publication on traps, probe traps. Next, as soon as we complete the machine data on the line suggested by you, I will send that. We used to publish it. And
if you allow me to say this, my suggestion is not just for the sake of publication. My suggestion is for sale and a spread of this technology. Performance data and economic value data will raise the sale of these devices from 500,000 to 500 million. Without that data, and you don't need how many machines you have sold. This data can be gathered from your lab conditions. Thank you.
Yes, I will do that. No problem.
There is one question in the chat box which says, have you tried image processing for identifying insects?
No, sir. No, I have not tried. For identification of the insects, cross check in the collection unit. I have not done that.
That could be one way of doing things, but I think what I like about what you have done is you have not exploited electronic process. The
Correct.
machine is simple and you've used mechanical means to separate them in a way, right? And
Yes.
that makes the device simpler, maintainable, etc., right? Which is very important if you want to do this machine. The other thing, following what Sham was pointing out, I think if I remember correctly, a lot of rice from India are banned to come in because of infestation. And so there is, at least in the US. So this is a huge trade market in which the rice, as clean as possible, has enormous consequences in terms of the wasted rice. Right? Even if you have a gross calculation, you have for every ton of rice, you may lose, 0.1, whatever, ton of rice. Instead, you will save so much rice, right? So there is a saving aspect to it from your data to be able to extrapolate to these kind of things. Right? And I think something like what you have is sellable in the US context. I hate it, but and nevertheless, mass marketing, what do you call, avenues. So these are some thoughts that came to me, and what I take away from your talk is you can look for simple physical means to do a lot of things without using chemicals and other things.
Okay.
And if we start looking at it from that point of view, you will find solutions which are economical and green.
Okay.
Ecologically and environmentally friendly solution, which is wonderful. And,
it's not high tech. It is low tech in some sense, but it is high tech in a different sense in terms of understanding the dynamics of the insect and the rice.
So, if I understood it right, in your first device, was it? Are you teaching children or public to use empty water bottles, plastic bottles, to make holes in them and use them as devices to trap insects? Is that what you're suggesting, or maybe not?
No. They themselves made all these things and presented to the committee. They themselves made, I read in the paper. The students themselves made small, the teacher, there is school science work is there. So a teacher along with the student made that first model and presented to the National Council for school students, and they got the award. Then later on only I saw the newspaper. And then, so students are teacher. They are very proactive monitoring the scientific temper of children.
This leads me to another thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Because if your goal is to propagate this primary idea to everybody, and like the school kids who used a plastic bottle or something, if people can make their own at home, okay, while you have the better market, which is this thing, that might be one way of getting students to create things for their own homes with plastic bottles or things like that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the principle is simple enough that you can incorporate it in different ways. That's the beauty of the whole thing.
Correct. Very simple. So very simple that students can just see that and make their own models. Now that is very important. They're very simple, so that they are able to convert that learning into a small piece of a trap using that bottles, etc. That's a good. And actually, that is one aspect. When it came to the government, that notice and school children getting awarded, that also gave me a lift to work for the students. That is very important. Work for the students. I enjoyed 4 years working with the school children. That is a beautiful bits of my professor's role or research role. That is that was a good.
Yeah, there is somebody else who asked, can sensors and camera be incorporated? Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir. That is why I suggested I want some people in that line who he can make sensor and then monitor, and the manager can monitor entire warehouses where which stock there is problem. Definitely.
So one of the things that I would warn you against from a talk I heard about textile mills. In the beginning, they put sensors everywhere in every tube or every machine. And it turns out that all they needed were 1/10 of the sensors in order to monitor it in terms of sampling of what is going on. Yeah. Otherwise, you get overwhelmed by the data, which is not very useful at some point.
Many companies, they approached us, especially the software companies, with all sensor can be made like that, but nobody has come so far.
Sorry, this is a discussion we can have later on. You want to have very simple sensors, and you still want somebody walking around and collecting the data without relying on purely everything wireless.
Yes, sir. That will be great, sir. If I get some lead, so that I can myself, my entrepreneur now is very comfortable, so we can work on that and then help the society for monitoring at warehouses. That is good idea, sir. Anyhow, if you guide me, I will think of working.
I'll talk to somebody. I'll talk to somebody.
Okay, sir. Thank
you. Okay. Any other questions from anyone? Okay, then we will probably.
Can I just make an announcement? Can I just make the announcement for December 13th, Wednesday? We have Dr. Guru Madhavan from the National Academy of Engineering in the US. He's the program director of engineering programs. He has written several books, and he'll be, his recent book is on wicked problems, and he is going to be talking about engineering our wicked problems, the case for prioritizing maintenance. Will be the talk he'll be giving in 2 weeks. We'll put this up very, very soon.
With that, thank you everyone for joining, and thank you, Professor Mohan Sharma, for taking time and sharing your experience and providing. It's a fascinating experience to go from understanding the basic science to building a technology and a series of technologies and then commercializing it and persisting with it and also spreading it socially. So it's a fantastic experience for all of us to know. So thank you very much on behalf of CREE again. Please join us for the future sessions if you have time. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Sharma.